So, on the previous video, we learned the H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6 tags, okay, which is a great start. We also learned about the basic structure of an HTML page with the doc type, the HTML tag, the head tag, the title tag, and the body tag. So we're going to work in the head tag for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to return. I'm going to go right above the title tag here and hit return. And then we're going to hit the down arrow, and I'm going to hit end and hit return again. So what I like to do is when I'm coding, I like to leave a lot of space so it's easy to read and I know exactly where my code is. Okay, because the neater your code is, the easier it's going to be. Because when you have 1,000 lines of code, it's going to be a nightmare if everything is mushed together. Trust me, I've been there. All right, so let's comment out the title tag because we're going to keep practicing this technique of commenting out our code. This is the title tag. How about this is the title of the page? Something like that. So that way you know what it is. Obviously we know what a title is, but if you have somebody that doesn't understand that and they see this, they'll be able to edit it for you, okay? So let's hit enter twice. And now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a new tag. So first we're gonna comment it out. So we're gonna do, this is the link tag used for CSS and other tasks, okay? Close that, and then what we're gonna do is left bracket, link, and we're gonna close it like so. Now, if we were to add CSS, which we're gonna do, and we're just gonna link a blank file, so nothing's gonna work at this point, but let me delete this for 1 second, just so I can show you, okay? So let's do left bracket, link. Now, if you autofill this, so if you hit enter, it's gonna show you a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't want you to get confused. So here's the thing. It's basically, the link tag is for, the REL is style sheet, so that's for CSS. The type is text/CSS. So these are two parameters that are calling for CSS. Now, if we were to link to CSS, we would do something like this. We would do CSS/main.css, for example. And basically what that's saying is CSS is a folder or a directory that we're calling, and it has main.css inside of that folder. So it would be calling that, and that's how you link CSS to your HTML page, okay? So for this example, we'll leave it there. And let's do one more, okay? So let's comment this out. This is a link to my CSS, okay? Something like that. And then we'll do the same thing. So we'll do link, and like I say, let Sublime autofill it for you, because by allowing them to type out the syntax for you, it'll make it easier for you to remember the syntax. And remember, we're going to Control S to save, okay? So I'm going to do CSS test.css, okay? And then we're going to save. So nothing on here is going to work, but I'm going to show you something. If you right click and you open in the browser and you go to, we were in Google Chrome here, and we right click and we hit click inspect. They have an elements area where you can go through and you can grab elements and style it over here on the right. Here's the other thing. If you go to console, you're going to see that we failed to load the resources. So it did not find main.css. It did not find test.css. And the reason why it didn't is because we don't have those files. They don't exist. So this is a good thing to show you, because when you run into problems like this, you'll be able to debug quickly and say, well, I don't have that folder, so it's not going to work, okay? So I just wanted to show you that quick. So let me close that. We're going to close the browser down. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to another tag. So below the H6, we're going to create another tag, and we're going to comment it out first. So this is the nav tag, okay? So let's close that, and we're going to type in left bracket nav and let, again, Sublime autofill it. Okay, we're going to return one more time and go to line 38. Now, inside the nav tag, what's the purpose of the nav tag? Well, the nav is normally at the top of the page or on the left side of the page or on the right side in some instances. It's very important. The navigation is a very important part of the web page because it's basically directing people where to go. Think of it as like an index or a directory, a table of contents in a book. That's the navigation. So you're basically creating one area where you can find the main content and then have sub-content if you need to, okay? So what we would do is if we were creating a nav, we would need links. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce a couple new tags. So let's comment this out. This is the image tag, okay? And then we're gonna type in left bracket, IMG, and we're gonna type nothing. We're gonna hit enter, and we're gonna type in a source. So we're gonna do a website that I use all the time, and this is called http://placeholder.com// let's do 300 by 300. Okay, let's Control S. Let's render this. So right click, open in browser, and it didn't work. Okay, so let's open another tab here real quick. Let's go to placeholder.com, and let me grab this code right here. I must have put in the wrong information here, so let me paste that in here. Okay, and I'm going to right click again and open in the browser, and now we should have an image. So it's 350 by 150. So basically what I did is I went to placeholder.com, and placeholder.com has images that don't have any content in it. They just have numbers, and it's a gray image. So it's a filler. And basically what you can do is if you type in placeholder and then you do a backslash and you type in the resolution you want, 350 by 150, which is a width times a height. If you type that in, it'll show that right here, okay? So I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna close that out, and I'm gonna show you one more tag. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our code, and we're going to type in, we're gonna comment this out first. This is the anchor tag. Okay, comment that out. And let's do, let me go back, and I'm gonna type in left bracket, and then I'm gonna type in A, and if you hit enter, it will autofill. We're gonna hold shift and type in the number 3 button or the hashtag, and in between the A tag, we're gonna type, this is my first link. Control S to save, right click to render, open in the browser. This is my first link. Beautiful. Now, the other thing we can do with this is if we were to copy this. So let's copy this, okay? Return twice, paste with Control V, make sure you save, right click, open in the browser, and now we have 2 links. This is my first link, this is my first link. So you can see that it creates the navigation horizontally right next to each other. So in the next video, I'm going to show you some more HTML tags. All right, I'll see you there.